Give me something good. Baby girl, give me something good. Baby girl, give me something good. I've been singing a lot of that I'm feeling. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while again since I've recorded for you guys, but quite a few of you actually asked me about doing a get ready with me video, but I thought I'll kind of do like a chit chat get ready with me, because yeah, there's just some things I wanted to talk to you guys about, just to see your opinion on certain things. So yes, here goes, and yeah, I'll catch you in the video. So guys, as you can tell, my face is primed already. Actually, you probably can't tell that, but my eyebrows are done already, and I've primed my face. I've recently changed my primer. It's still the same brand. I always use Bobbi Brown, so I'm not sure if you can see it. Bobbi Brown. I find that this primer is really, really good. It does what I want it to do. I don't really have oily skin, but obviously like other people, I have certain areas in my face, which is usually my, like down the middle of my face here, and sometimes my forehead, that usually gets quite oily. So it does control oils, but I don't know, because my skin's not oily, I don't know if it'll be good for oily skin, but it works for me and I really like it. So my eyebrows are done already, like I said, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So the two palettes I am going to be using today are my Juvia's Place palette, this one, my Huda Beauty palette. I really love this palette. To be fair, actually both of them I really love. I've had this one for a lot longer than this one, but I really appreciate I really appreciate both of them. So now that my brows are done, which usually takes the longest, by the way, as I mentioned, I'm going to go in and do my what's it called? My eyeshadow. Sorry guys, my brain literally just went blank there. So I am going to take this color here. So this color, if you can see it, it's called Zulu, this color, as my transition color. I'm going for a very simple look today, guys, by the way. Very, very simple. So I'm going to just place it into my crease. But yeah, in terms of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I think I'm one of those people, I'm very self-reflective. I love a lot to kind of reflect and think about life, think about like where I am currently, where I've been, the things that I've done, but also kind of think about like what I would have done differently, but not in a kind of, oh, I regret that I didn't do it that way kind of way, but more of a kind of just reflecting and thinking, okay, how could I have done this differently, or how could I have dealt with this situation differently? So I've kind of been thinking recently about some of the things I did kind of like maybe 10, 9, 8 years ago, that I'm just looking back and I'm thinking, sis, like, what were you thinking? Like, what was actually going through your mind? Like, why were you doing that? And one of the main things, yeah, I'm gonna go back in with this color, Fulani, this one. Yep. And one of those things, it's kind of like a brownie chestnutty color, is, I'm gonna put this down. So I'm gonna go in with a fluffier brush. One of those things, yeah, that always kind of, or recently I've kind of been thinking about actually, is, sorry guys, yeah, so one of those things, right, that I've just been thinking about recently, again, I'm taking this into my crease and just using it and just blending it all in. And yeah, one of those things I've been thinking about recently are just like kind of advising like my younger self, like thinking about my younger self, the poor girl, like she went through a lot. Just because I think in life, obviously, a lot of people say with age comes wisdom. Obviously, some people that doesn't apply. as older they get, I mean, the older they get, it's like opolomo is just getting taken away. Their brain is not functioning. This towel, by the way, I'm trying to, because I'm dressed already, I'm trying to use it to catch any fallout. But yeah, obviously for most people with brain anyway, the older you get, the wiser you get. So obviously there are things that you would have done when you were younger and you think, rah, like, what was I thinking? Like, why did I do all of those things? So it's just, I'm just looking at my younger self and thinking, look at the things that I did, like the things that I rushed into, the things that I didn't enjoy, because I don't know what I was actually thinking. I was just way too grown for myself. Like, for the people that know me, people are always saying to me, oh, you're so mature for your age, you're so mature for your age, which obviously is a good thing. I think, yeah, I take it as a compliment, of course, but I've just realised that to an extent there were some things that I should have just relaxed on. I was too harsh on myself. Like, instead of enjoying, living my best life, I was just in a rush. So the main thing is relationships. Like, I don't know who was rushing me. If I could sit my younger self down now, what I would say is, sis, relax. Like, relax. You have, sorry guys, I just need to make sure this is well blended, that I'm not looking stupid. I'm gonna take a bit more of this Fulani, that brownie colour. I would just tell my younger self, like, sis, you have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you actually rushing? Like, why are you running? Like, where you like, why are you coming fast? Where you actually run into? Like, just take it easy. If I could speak to my, I don't know, 22-year-old self or my 21-year-old self even, I would have just said, sis, you see all these relationships like that you're chasing. I keep saying all these, but obviously at that time I was in a relationship. And to my younger subscribers, in my own personal opinion, at the age of 20, 21, 22, forget relationships. Like, you don't need it. At that point, really, you should be living your best life. Like, so I'm done with this palette now. As I mentioned earlier, I am going for quite a simple look, so nothing extravagant really. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this flat brush. It's from Jessup, simple flat brush, and my Huda Beauty palette. So usually for this I'll do a cut crease, but I don't feel like it's necessary. I'm going to go in with this colour. It's called Sandalwood. This one right here, this colour. It's like a very pale peachy brown colour. The one thing I don't like about this palette, so as you can see, I've just taken a little bit, right? Taken a little bit, and there's a lot of fallout in there. Can you see that? That's the one thing I can say about this palette, that it's not great. But in terms of colour payoff, fantastic. You may not be able to see it in this lighting, but I do promise, like, that the colour payoff is great. Actually, I'll use this mirror in here. But yeah, I'll just say to her, like, sis, where are you actually running to? Like, who's chasing you? You don't actually need to be in a relationship right now. You should be living your best life. You should be out there exploring what the world has to offer and just enjoying yourself. Like, you don't need, and when I say enjoying yourself, I don't mean you need to be seeing multiple guys or multiple girls. I'm just saying, sorry, I'm not saying you should be seeing multiple guys. Yeah? All I am saying, however, is that you should just live your life. No one's actually chasing you. No one is chasing you, and I'm sure your parents also, as much as they'll be laughing, like, I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I finish my degree, not my mom is not like this, but everyone else around me, all the aunties, all my uncles, now your degree is over, so husband is next, marriage is next. And I'm just thinking, oh, please, I'm still a baby girl. But yeah, all these relationships I was chasing, really and truly at that point, were they leading anywhere? No. We were both still very young. like the person I was with at the time, we were very young. There's no way we were ready for a relationship. Like, we didn't have the finances. We didn't have none of those things ready. Like, yeah, we were both mature, but I wasn't ready in any way to be someone's wife. What? No, I wasn't ready for that. And I feel like even now at this age, I am just now preparing myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm just now feeling like, okay, like if it does come, like I'll know how to deal with it. Like I'll know what to do. I'll know like how to package myself and prepare myself. Do you know what I mean? But then, who was I kidding? I was not ready. So now I'm gonna go in with this color. The Mare, here. So this color. It's like a peachy pink. And just again pack it onto my eyelids. Do you see? Can you guys see that fallout? That's the one thing I don't like. I can't stand the fallout. Oh yeah, as you can see, the colour payoff is fantastic. But yeah, I was in no way, shape or form ready to be anyone's wife and anyone's mom. Like, no, I wasn't ready for none of that. Okay, so we're almost there. Now I'm gonna go with cocoa here to just blend everything in and make sure that there are no harsh lines and everything is making sense. And cocoa I'm just gonna put right underneath my eyelid colour. Just kind of create an illusion of a bit of a cut crease, but obviously we know it ain't no cut crease. Yeah, I was at that time by no means ready to be anyone's wife or mum. So in that situation, should I really have been chasing a relationship? No. Like, and I appreciate for you guys, you're probably thinking, oh, the companionship, blah blah blah, which I get, but at the same time, oh, can you see that? That's so jarring. Don't worry, I'll fix that. I get all of that, don't get me wrong. I'm not heartless, I get it. Because again, you need to think about it, I was there. But what's the point? We're just, what are we doing? Nothing. We're just there wasting one another's time. Not necessarily wasting one another's time, but I do know at that time I was definitely not ready for a marriage. The relationship situation, whatever it is, or whatever it was even, it was going nowhere. There was no future, essentially, at that time. And obviously, the relationship didn't last, we broke up. Like, so it's one of those things, like, I feel like what I'm trying to say essentially is that if there's anything I could have told my younger self, it's just relax. Stop being in a rush to be in a relationship, because I promise you, you have your whole lifetime to be with someone. And even that, watch the time when you start getting frustrated and it starts getting like, oh, why am I with this person? This is so jarring. Do you know what I mean? By the way, so Pixie, this spray, it's not really a setting spray. Sometimes I put it over my face, but I use it as a setting spray as well. I'm just going to use it to clean off all the excess. Going to put some primer back over that area, because obviously I've just wiped it off. Okay, so yeah, it's like, what was the point? And again, I'm not sure about you guys, for obviously you guys tell me what you guys think about this. Well, I don't see the point. There's no point. Like, don't get me wrong, I know people who were in their like earlier 20s, like 22, 21, whatever, who got married and they're still married and they're fine, they're happy, like their relationship, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so update, I no longer use foundation. I use concealer for my face, and I'm going to show you the places that I put the concealer. So I use my LA Girl Pro obviously you guys know what this is, in Beautiful Bronze. So this concealer is so jarring, even when it's full. I don't know why, especially this colour. The other colour doesn't give me a hello. It's just so hard to get out of the tube. So you're going to see my new routine and the places where I place the concealer. So because I don't contour my nose, don't see the need to contour my nose, I always bring the concealer up here. And you're going to see why in a bit. So yeah, I don't know why I was there doing that relationship. There was no point, because as I said, we broke up. If there's anything else I would have told my younger self, right, as I mentioned earlier, so also I like to put concealer around my lips to kind of define it. I love this step, by the way, it's amazing. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I did tell you guys that, oh, people are always saying to me that, oh my gosh, you're so mature, da 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 da, blah blah blah, for your age and all this other stuff. And yes, I took it as a compliment. At the same time, and to be honest, I'm not really going to discuss the reasons, but there were reasons why I was very mature for my age, you know. And when I look back at it, as much as it's helped me so much, like so much, yeah, to get me. So I'm going to just wet my brush, my Real Technique brush, so I can use it. So in my last video, I used a blender, a beauty blender. Since I started using concealer instead of foundation, I stopped using my beauty blender. I don't know, it's just something that's happened naturally, really. But yeah, there's a reason why I'm very mature for my age, but which was a good thing. But when I've looked back and I've just thought, oh my gosh, all of these things that, for example, my sister's amazing, the one that was on my channel last time. She's amazing because she lives her life, right, to the fullest. Like, she does not let anything at all, like anything, stop her. She lives her bestest, as in her bestest life. On my JJ for real, like. And sometimes when I look at her, I just feel like, oh, when I was her age, how come I didn't do those things? Like, how come I didn't, like, just live the way she lived? Of course, I get that we're all different. Like, our journey, all of us, we all have different journeys. Like, the things that we do in life, it happens at different times. Don't get me wrong, I'm an advocate for that. At the same time, however, I feel like I could just go back again to my younger self and just shake her and say, sis, relax. Like, you see me, yeah? By the time I finished my first year of uni, I knew where I was going. My first year of college, I knew what degree I was going to do in uni. I knew everything about the next couple of years of my life. I knew it. I had no doubts. And nothing, and don't get me wrong, things happened. Oh gosh, a lot of things happened. But nothing shook me from doing those things. I ensured that I did it. And for all of you guys, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, that's a good thing. It was a good thing, don't get me wrong. But there are a lot of things, sorry, that I wish I took the opportunity to do. And right now, I can't really do them anymore. Do you know what I mean? So again, sorry guys. One of the other things I'll tell my younger self, my 20, 21-year-old self is, sis, take time. Like, enjoy. There's absolutely, and don't get me wrong guys, I don't want to be putting the wrong message up there. There's nothing wrong with planning for the future. In fact, it's amazing. I feel like more people should do it. However, what I'm also trying to say is that try to enjoy the moment. Don't be so busy planning for the future that you don't start living your life until the future. Live now, enjoy now, like live your best, as in enjoy every single thing life can offer you. Enjoy it, embrace it. As long as you're living your life accordingly and you're not out there making a fool of yourself or just being an idiot, live your best. So yeah, these are the places I've placed my concealer. Bring it down my neck a little bit. But yeah, I would tell myself, like, just live. And if there's anyone out there who is kind of going the same pace that I was, in that you're planning for everything, you're so regimented about everything, I'm not saying don't be like that. It's a good thing. I applaud you. Like, it's fantastic. There aren't enough people who are like that. What I am saying, however, is that don't be so busy planning ahead, that life just passes you by. I feel like a lot of the things that I'm doing now, I could have done it when I was younger. I could have lived and lived and lived. Don't get me wrong, I'm living now, because I can't come and kill myself. So guys, because I love talking to you so much, the video was a lot longer than I expected it to be. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you a part 2. So stay tuned.